Okay, let us start with the new problem to find out the resultant for the given system of force. Now, if you see here, the problem is the following force acting at a point, that is, first force is of 20 Newton incline at 30 degree towards north of east. Second force is of 25 Newton towards north. Third force is 30 Newton towards northwest, and this 35 Newton incline at an 40 degree towards south of west. Now, as we know that this one is the north side, south side, east side, west side. Now, first force, it is having the intensity of 20 Newton, and it making an angle of 30 degree towards the north of east. Okay. Next is 25 Newton. It is acting towards north. It means that exactly over the north. Then third force is of 30 Newton and towards northwest. If the angle is not mentioned and it is mentioned that it is passing from northwest, it means that it is passing from the center. And as we know that the angle between two axes are 90 degree and half of that will be 45 degree. It is passing through the center. Then 35 Newton, it is inclined at 40 degree towards south of west is making an angle of 40 degree. Now we have to find out magnitude and direction of resultant. It means that the system containing the four forces as shown in the figure and it making an angle this 30, 45 and 40 degree with the horizontal as shown in the figure. And for such arrangement, whatever may be the effect which is produced on that particular body, the single force resultant R should be produced the same effect as that produced by the this number of forces. Now let us resolve these forces first of all. As per the steps, what we have to find out we have to resolve all the forces which is incline one. Out of this 25 Newton is only vertical force. All other three forces are incline one, and all these three are making the angle with the horizontal axis. Now let us resolve these forces first. It will be resolved like this one. Now here this angle is of 30. It means that this angle is of 30 over here, and it is, as we know that with the angle to this side, the arrow or the force which is adjacent to this angle is always cos component, and other one is of sine component. That's why this one will be 20 cos 30 and this is 20 sine 30. Now this 25 Newton is passing from the axis itself. That's why it is not be required to resolve. It is vertical. That's why it is not be required to resolve. Now the next one is this 30 Newton force, and the resolution of this force will be like this one, and it is passing from the center of this. That's why it is making an angle of 45. And as we know that the force which is adjacent to this angle, adjacent to the angle 45 degree, therefore this component is of cos component and this component is of sine component. Now similarly, the third force we have to resolve. Now here, now this force is also making an angle of 40 degree with the horizontal. Now the force which is adjacent to the angle is cos component and other one is of sine component. That's why this will be the 35 cos 40, 35 sine 40. Now once we will be resolving all these forces, our first step is that we have to make the summation of all horizontal forces. Now if you check it out, here are the three horizontal forces. This one 20 cos 30 which is going right side, 30 cos 45 going left side, 35 cos 40 going left side. Now let us make the addition, and as per our sign conventions, what the sign convention we are using, the force which is going in the right side direction we are taking it as positive. The force which is going in the left side, that we are taking it as negative. Similarly this one, it is also going in the left side, that's why it is also taken as negative. That's why let's take one by one. This 20 cos 30 positive, this minus because of this force is going in the left side direction, that's why minus 30 cos 45, 30 cos 45. and this third force is also going in the left side. That's why we're taking it as a negative minus 35 cos 40. Now once you have putting all this value, let us calculate this one. Now first force is of 20. Very accurately we have to put this value in the calculator. 20 cos 30, 20 cos 30 plus, sorry, minus, plus or minus, this sign must be clearly we have to take into account. This 30 cos 45 minus 35 cos 40. Now let us make this calculation. Minus 30.70 minus 30.7 Newton, and minus sign what indicates that? It is indicating that this summation Fx force is going in the left side direction. This force is going in the left side direction. Minus sign indicate that this force is going in the left side direction. If you observe here, there are the two forces which is going in the left side direction, and only one force is going in the right side direction. It means that the resultant of these three force will be producing the effect that is the force which is going in the left side. Okay, it is indicating that this force is going the left side. Now similarly, once we are calculating this summation fx, now let us calculate the summation fy also. Now once again take these forces. Now as we know that as per our sign convention, in the vertical direction forces, those forces which are going vertically upward, we taking it as a positive, and those forces which are going in the downward direction, we take it as negative. Now here there are the four forces. This one is the resolve force, 20 sine 30. This 25 Newton force is also there, which is going vertically upward. Then this 30 sine 45 is going vertically upward, and this 35 sine 40 is going vertically downward. Only one force is going vertically downward, and other three forces are going vertically upward. Okay, that's why as we know that if there are the three forces which is going vertically upward and one force is going vertically downward, it means that the resultant force which is producing the same effect that which is produced by these three forces. Now let us check it out. Now this force is going vertically upward, that's why taking as positive. This another force is also taking as positive. This force is taking as negative. Okay, let's take this calculation. This 20 sine 30 is positive. This 45 is also positive. This 30 sine 45 is positive. Only this 35 sine 40, which is going vertically downward, this force is only we are considering negative. Now let us calculate this term. This 20 sine 30 plus 25 plus 30 sine 45 and minus 35 sine 40. Now once you have putting all this value, you will be getting this 33.7, what we have calculated, 33.71. The answer is positive. Answer is positive. And what it indicates that if the answer is positive, it is indicating that the force is going vertically upward. If you observe here, this force is upward, this force is also upward, this third force is also going upward, and only one force is going downward. The effect of these four forces, as we know that if there are the three forces going vertically upward with the maximum intensity, it means that the resultant force which is producing due to these three forces must be going in the vertical upward direction. Okay, once you are calculating all these values, next step is that we have to find out the resultant. And as we know that the formula of the resultant, under root of summation fx square plus summation fy square. And as we know that summation fx is minus 30.7 square and summation fy is 33.7 that square. Now let us calculate this also. Calculate this. The under root into bracket, I will take a double bracket, minus 30.7 bracket square plus 33.7 square bracket complete is equal to, now this 45.58, it means that 45.6. Now there is another trick also in the calculator to make this calculation easier. Now instead of making this too much under root, bracket, square term, there is one function inside this calculator. If you observe here, the pole function is there here. If you clearly observe this plus sign button, above that very small return is there, pole, pol. Now if you want to use this pole function, you have to press this shift button and this plus button, you'll be getting pole. Now what you have to make, the simply you have to put this value 30.7 and you have to make the comma, this comma, and 33.7 and bracket complete. You did not require to put the under root sign, you did not require to make the this square term, only what you have to make the pole, this value comma this value bracket complete only, and you'll be getting the answer, same answer, 45.58, it is 45.6 Newton. Okay, this with the small trick in the calculator which is available, facilities available, and you must know about that. Now once you'll be getting the resultant R, the this will be representing what, your resultant R. Now if you see here, the summation fx is going left side, that's why this arrow is showing in the left side direction, and this answer is of plus, that's why this summation fy is showing upward direction. Now if you see here, the values summation fx and summation fy, it will be look like this one, and the resultant will be lies at this position 45.6 Newton. Now this force R, it makes an angle theta with the horizontal, that we have to find out, and to find out this we have to draw this parallelogram, and as we know that this side and this side is equal, that's why this summation fy and this summation fy value is same. Now here if we see here this angle theta is nothing but what, angle theta is opposite side upon adjacent side, that's why tan theta is equal to summation fy upon summation fx. From this we'll be getting the theta value is tan inverse of 33.7 divided by 30.7. Now let us calculate this also. Now shift tan inverse, we'll be getting 33.7 divided by 30.7 bracket complete is equal to here 47.66, round of this value 47.7 degree. Okay, by such a way you can find out the resultant and position of resultant by using the resolution of forces, by using the resolution of. Now moment of a force, this point that we have to discuss for this unit number 1, the new topic, moment. Now as we know that it is the turning effect produced by the force on the body on which it acts. It is the, what is it is, it is the turning effect which is produced by the force on the body on which it is acting. The force which is acting due to this, if force the turning effect is producing, that is nothing but out your moment. The moment of force is equal to the product of force. It is the product of force and the perpendicular distance of the point about which moment is required to be line of action of force. Now if you see here, the mathematically we may represent it as m, moment m is equal to force into perpendicular distance L, P into L. P is the force which is causing the turning effect and L is the perpendicular distance between that particular force. Now let us consider this point A and there is one force P at an distance, let us say this perpendicular distance is L. It means that moment at point A is equal to P into L. and due to this force, it is producing the rotational effect or turning effect, which is produced due to this force. That is called this moment, and mathematically it is representing m is equal to p into l. Now here p is the force acting on a body and L is the perpendicular distance between the point about which the moment is required and the line of action of the force Now here, if you see here the moment of a force, if we consider this P is the force and O is the point about which we have to find out the moment. Consider the P represents the magnitude and direction. Force P is having the magnitude and direction by the line AB. Over this line AB, the P force is acting. Let O is the point about which the moment of a force is required to be found out. O is the point about which the moment is required to be found out. From the figure, O C, it is the perpendicular over the AB. Join this OA and OB. Now moment of a force P about O will be how much? This P force, P is the magnitude of force, and multiply with OC. OC is the perpendicular distance. Okay, P is equal to O into C. Okay, and this P is nothing but what? This distance AB. That's why AB into OC. But AB into OC is equal to twice the area of the triangle. AB into OC. It means that this side AB into OC is equal to what? Twice the area of the triangle. The area of this triangle, if we are making the area of this triangle, the twice of amount will be the product of these two as per the geometry. Thus, moment of a force about any point is equal to twice the area of the triangle, whose base is the line to the same scale representing the force and whose vertex is the point about which the moment is taken. Okay, if you are considering this force is the side of an triangle and this vertex is the perpendicular distance, in that situation that moment is nothing but what? It is the twice the area of that triangle, which is made under this condition. Okay, this is nothing but what? Your moment. And now let us see the unit of moment. What will be the unit of moment? Since the moment of a force is the product of force and the distance, it is the product of force and distance. Therefore, the unit of moment will depends upon the unit of force and distance. The force, if you are measuring in the Newton or kilonewton or in the kg, accordingly the unit will be changing of moment. Similarly, distance, if you are measuring the centimeter, meter, kilometer, accordingly the unit will be changing. Now for example, thus if the force is in Newton and distance is in meter, then the unit of movement will be Newton meter, or we may rate in as Nm, Newton meter. Similarly, the unit of moment may be Newton meter, kilonewton meter, Newton millimeter. All these are some of the examples. Then the types of movement. Broadly speaking, the moments are of the following two types. One is the clockwise movement and second one is the anti-clockwise movement. Now let us see what is meant by the clockwise movement. It is the movement of a force whose effect is to turn or rotate the body about the point in the same direction in which hand of a clock move, as shown in the figure. If you see here, about point O, these three forces, which is producing the force into perpendicular distance we are taking, it will be producing the turning effect. The effect is clockwise. It means that if the forces are making the effect the same direction in the hands of a clock, it is showing the clockwise rotation. And this rotation, clockwise rotation, is taken as positive. This clockwise rotation is taken as positive. Now another one is anti-clockwise movement. And anti-clockwise movement, it is the movement of a force whose effect is to turn or rotate the body about the point in the opposite direction in which hand of a clock moves, as shown in the figure. Now let us say again this O point and these three forces which is making the anti-clockwise effect about that point O. That's why this anti-clockwise moment we taking it as negative. This moment is taking as negative. These are the two types of an moment, clockwise moment and anti-clockwise moment, which is producing the rotational effect due to the force.